Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? We finally got our long-awaited debut for Attack on Titan Season 3, and they absolutely killed it with the first episode already. And if you're wondering if this season is going to be any more lit than it already is, I have some really good news for you. The author of Attack on Titan, Isayama, has recently updated his own personal blog that has been pretty inactive the last few months, probably because he's been so busy working. And in the most recent post, he talked about how Season 3 actually changes the story we have from the original manga. Which means for us manga readers, not that we need it, but we have another huge incentive to watch Season 3. But before we get right into that, I just want to give a quick shout out for the sponsor of this video, Amino Apps. Amino Apps is basically a network of communities for everything you can think of, including games and anime, and of course, one of my favorites is the Attack on Titan Amino, especially with all the Season 3 hype right now. I love how the Attack on Titan Amino are full of passionate fans in their live chat rooms, some pretty cool cosplayers, funny polls, and just being able to be around other people that love this series just like you. I created a post on the Attack on Titan Amino discussing this topic, so definitely hit it up by downloading the Amino app from my link, search for the AOT Amino, and then search for the Tokyosaurus username inside the Amino. Anyways, continuing on to the Isayama blog post, he started by apologizing to all his fans for not updating his blog for the last 2 months, but we all know what he's so busy working on, so there's really no need to apologize. So he goes on to say, however, Attack on Titan Season 3 is here, and it's wonderful. But in volumes 13 to 16, which is where Season 3 is going to focus on, Isayama felt like he was out of gas or basically burned out after writing and drawing the last 12 volumes. He felt totally exhausted while writing 13 to 16, and he says it was all due to his own incompetence. Back then, he somehow managed to keep turning in the manuscripts, which he said became duller and duller each month. Looking back now, he feels like he was in a weak state of mind. This guy is known to be pretty hard on himself if you haven't noticed from many of his previous interviews, so I think he's definitely speaking his honest thoughts about this here. Continuing on, so when production for Season 3 started, he actually went to the staff members on the team and explicitly expressed that he hopes that they could appropriately rearrange the sections and functions of the storyline of volumes 13 to 16 right from the start. So this really confirms that we are definitely going to have some changes when it comes to the story in Season 3 for Attack on Titan when compared to the original manga. Whether it's going to be rearranging of some of the events or changes in some characters, we're going to be getting an updated and improved version of the original story. Isayama continues, as a result, the team was able to deliver an idealized script for him, and this time the story has a structure that he wouldn't be able to create with just his own skills. So in other words, he himself has seen all parts of it, approved it, and believes it's a better version of what he's given us in the manga form. The screenwriter made the foundation much stronger for the story from his manga, and the scriptwriter was able to turn some of the more poorly written plots from the original manga into much more compelling forms. So all in all, it seems like Isayama was pretty involved in the making of Season 3, and also actively trying to improve what he has produced before in his manga into something that is even better. To end off the post, he said this time he can ascend to heaven right after he dies, which implies he has no more regrets. Seeing as how volumes 13 to 16 was a pretty rough time for Isayama, I'm sure some of you remember the time when the art of Attack on Titan was absolutely horrendous and you can barely recognize one character from another, but those times have definitely changed, and in a recent magazine feature, Isayama seemed to be looking good and much healthier than before. The art has definitely improved since then, and it's looking like we're going to be in good hands for the rest of the ride. Attack on Titan Season 3 has also been confirmed to be a 2-course season, which means we're going to be getting at least 21 episodes for this season, which also means we're probably going to be getting into one of the most exciting arcs of Attack on Titan. Overall, this is great news for Attack on Titan fans, as Season 3 is even more hyped now that we know there are going to be changes made to the original story. We have a healthier looking Isayama, and lastly, we have confirmation of a 2-course season for Season 3. Anyways, what did you guys think of Isayama giving the green light to change and improve the story from the original Attack on Titan manga? Are you more hyped now that you know we're going to be getting improvements? As usual, let me know down in the comments below. Thumbs up the video if you liked it, hit the bell for notifications if you want to be updated with the latest that's going on in Japan, and I'll see you guys in the next one.